J Steels, J बन्छ D को बन्छ. Real, जमघट जहाँ real party pack त्यहाँ.
Proud to be associated with Kantipur News.
Good afternoon, I am Aprila Ghising Lama and these are the headlines of the hour. Prime Minister Oli to depart for Spain this evening to attend the 4th International Conference on Financing for Development. Issues like climate finance and LDC graduation high on agenda. Prime Minister Oli lauds the results of SEE published yesterday in response to criticisms towards an improved pass percentage as he addresses House of Representatives. Rwanda and Democratic Republic of Congo sign a US-brokered peace agreement, raising hopes for an end to fighting that has killed thousands and displaced hundreds of thousands more this year. And Kathmandu Gorkhas, a franchise team in Nepal Premier League, retains 6 players including Karan Casey, a mini auction for the second season to be held in the Nepalese month of Bhadra. Welcome back. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli is departing today for an official visit to Spain to attend the 4th International Conference on Financing for Development organized by the United Nations in Seville. This global summit, held once every decade, brings together heads of state and government to discuss sustainable financing for development. Prime Minister Oli will lead a 21-member delegation including key officials such as the Foreign Secretary, Finance Secretary and Nepal's ambassadors to Spain and the UN. The delegation will participate in high-level plenary sessions, side events and bilateral meetings. On the second day, Prime Minister Oli will address a closing plenary and meet Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez. He will also attend a state banquet hosted by the King of Spain. Over the next 2 days, he is scheduled to meet leaders from Egypt, Portugal, Estonia and the UN Secretary General and speak on issues like climate finance, LDC graduation and global development cooperation. Later in Madrid, Oli will attend a Nepal-Spain business and investment promotion event to encourage foreign investment. The visit will conclude with a meeting at Real Madrid Football Club, cultural visits and an interaction with the Nepali community, who will return to Nepal on the 4th of July. Now, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli is leaving for the European country of Spain today to participate in the 4th International Conference on Financing for Development. Nepal is set to graduate from the category of least developed countries to a developing country next year. The country also needs to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) by 2030. In this context, interest is growing regarding Prime Minister Oli's visit to Spain and the discussions that will take place there.
Nepal is currently experiencing a development drive. However, there is a lack of adequate budget and corruption has not been effectively curbed. With Nepal set to transition from a least developed country to a developing one next year, it must strengthen its economic indicators to meet the UN's SDGs by 2030. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli is participating in the United Nations 4th International Conference on Financing for Development, taking place in Spain. During the conference, it is expected that he will focus on discussions on fulfilling Nepal's economic reform agenda. Experts advise that the Prime Minister should clearly present Nepal's challenges such as lack of resources to meet national goals and difficulties emerging from the graduation to a developing country before the international community.
अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय जुन प्रकारको सहयोग अहिलेसम्म हामीले जति जुन मात्रामा पाउनु पर्ने हो त्यसको लागि नेपाल सरकारले एडभोकेसी गर्न पर्यो कि हामीले सफिसिएन्ट रिसोर्सेस जसबाट हामीले दिगो विकासका लक्ष्यहरू हासिल गर्न सकौं र यो जुन ग्रेजुएसनको प्रोसेस छ त्यसलाई हामीले स्मुथली लिएर जान सकौं भन्ने हिसाबले हेर्न पर्यो। दोस्रो महत्त्वपूर्ण कुरा चाहिँ के छ भन्देखि नेपाल चाहिँ जलवायु परिवर्तनको हिसाबले परिवर्तनकोमा कन्ट्रिब्युट कम गर्ने तर प्रभावित बढी हुने देश भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि यसमा चाहिँ विश्व समुदायले नेपाल जस्तो देशलाई चाहिँ आर्थिक सहायता प्रदान गरेर जलवायुको प्रभाव कम गर्नको लागि त्यसको लागि चाहिँ अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय समुदायको सहयोग आउनुपर्छ भन्ने हिसाबले हामीले नेपालको तर्फबाट चाहिँ एडभोकेसी गर्नुपर्छ।
In the 4th International Conference on Financing for Development, heads of state or representatives from all countries, global and regional institutions, financial and trade organizations, business leaders, civil society and UN agencies will be participating. Such a forum allows an LDC like Nepal to raise their voices regarding contributions to global development finance. Likewise, issues such as poverty alleviation, employment and economic growth in developing countries can be collectively raised.
दोस्रो चाहिँ अब चाहिँ ग्लोबल चाहिँ डिबेट के आयो भन्दा फाइनान्सिङ मोडालिटीले चाहिँ ठीक भएन भने कतिपय कन्ट्रीहरु कहाँ जाने भयो भन्दा डेट ट्र्यापमा पर्ने अथवा चाहिँ एक्सटर्नल लोन बढ्दै जाने जसले गर्दा एक्सटर्नल लोनमा चाहिँ जति चाहिँ हामी इन्ट्रेस्ट पे गर्छौं त्यो इन्ट्रेस्ट पे गर्दाखेरिमा यता हेल्थ र एजुकेसनमा जति खर्च हुने त्यो भन्दा बढी गर्नुपर्ने त्यस्तो पनि देखिया छन् हाम्रो रिसोर्स कसरी लैजाने र कसरी चाहिँ फाइनान्सिङ गर्ने भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ महत्त्वपूर्ण भएको हुनाले यो भोलिको मिटिङ चाहिँ अथवा भोलि जाने मिटिङ चाहिँ स्पेनमा हुने मिटिङ चाहिँ साथै डिस्कसन डिबेट र डिस्कस गर्ने टाइपको छ त्यो हिसाबले अगाडि बढ्नुपर्छ.
Following COVID-19 pandemic, Nepal's economic condition has weakened, adding further challenges to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. Only 5 years remain to meet the targets, but progress so far stands at just 41%. Next year, once Nepal becomes a developing country, it will lose the zero-tariff benefits currently provided by developed countries. The amount of grants Nepal receives could also decline.
हाम्रो अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय सहायता एकदमै महत्त्वपूर्ण छ. हामी विकासशील राष्ट्रबाट स्तरोन्नति हुने भन्ने बित्तिकै चाहिँ अब नेपाललाई सहायता चाहिँदैन कि भन्ने खालको एउटा इम्प्रेसन पर्न सक्छ. त्यसकारणले गर्दाखेरि हामी आर्थिक रूपमा त्यति सबल नभइसकेको तर सोशल इन्डिकेटरहरुमा चाहिँ हामीले राम्रो प्रगति गरेको कारणले गर्दाखेरि एलडीसीबाट ग्रेजुएट भइरहेको अवस्था हो अहिले. त्यो भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि आर्थिक आवश्यकता हामीलाई छ.
Prime Minister Oli is attending the conference at the cordial joint invitation of UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres and Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez. During the conference, Nepal plans to lead discussions on climate crisis and raise the voices of LDCs, small nations and island countries. The conference will also discuss the implementation of financial commitments made by wealthy nations toward poor and smaller countries. As Nepal currently chairs the international coordination of LDCs, it will have a distinct role to play. During his visit, Prime Minister Oli will pay a courtesy call on King Philip VI of Spain and hold talks with his Spanish counterpart Pedro Sanchez. He is also scheduled to hold sideline meetings with other world leaders. This high-level visit from Nepal is expected to contribute to increased investment from developed countries and attract European visitors. With Binod Kojo on camera, a report by Suman Pantha for Kantipur News, Kathmandu.
Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has lauded the results of secondary education examination that was published yesterday evening for the year 2081 BS. According to Chair of National Examination Board, Mahashram Sharma, 61.81% of students were graded in this year's SEE. This marks an improvement of nearly 14% compared to last year, when only 48% of students received a grade. According to the board, 48,177 students scored a GPA between 3.6 and 4. Meanwhile, 38.19% of examinees received a non-graded result, meaning they did not qualify to study in grade 11. A total of 514,000 students participated in the SEE exams held from Chaitra 20 to Baisakh 17, according to the Nepalese calendar. Of them, 438,896 students passed, while 167,597 remained ungraded. The exams of 126 students were cancelled. As in previous years, most students failed in mathematics, with 128,000 failing in the subject. In English, 80,642 students failed. In science, 79,000 failed. And in social studies, 56,000 failed. The majority of students passed with a GPA between 2.8 and 3.2. Last year, 78,874 students were in this GPA range. Now it is time for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's today's question. What do you think about Nepali Congress President Sher Bahadur Deuba's statement that he is ready to retire? Your options are A. It's a welcome move. B. It's too late. C. Hard to believe. Or D. No comment. Visit www.kantipurtv.com or www.ekantipur.com to share your opinion with us. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.